This fence you see behind me surrounds Montana State University research land and was installed last summer for the sole purpose of keeping elk out. But for some ranchers in the area, they're concerned for what this fence might mean for those animals.
There's definitely no animals in there. They can't get in or out. Yeah, there's pretty much nothing in there.
Doug Graves is a rancher who's lived in the Spring Hill community for around 45 years.
We have elk, deer, moose, antelope that come across this property. They have been for probably hundreds of years.
But recently, Doug has been missing that wildlife. He suspects a fence surrounding nearly 600 acres across from his property is the problem.
Last summer, Montana State University started the construction of this fence. They finished it this fall.
The fence surrounds Lutz Farms, which was donated to MSU for agricultural research. In an email sent to me from the university, they explained the research being done on the fields of Lutz Farm produced new crop varieties for the unique conditions in Montana. They state the production from that field is extremely important and valuable to Montana agricultural producers. The university goes on to explain how a few years ago, nearly 30 acres of Lutz Farm research land was destroyed by elk. Since then, they've tried different options to mitigate elk damage, including limited hunting and temporary fencing. They say nothing worked, so the fence went up for the sole purpose of keeping elk out. Doug says the fence may be good for research, but it's had a negative effect on wildlife.
The elk are stuck currently on the other side of it to the west. They haven't been able to get back over here, and the big concern with that, this area to the east of us is very open, conservation easements, national forest land. They breed up there, they're not hunted, and it's very unstressful for them.
Doug's noticed the elk roaming on farm fields where there's limited food source.
Seen some people out there trying to move them off their haystacks, so they're getting into other people's hay.
Which Doug fears could lead to depredation hunts, which are seasonal hunts that allow hunters to kill animals that are harming livestock, agriculture, or humans. So I was curious what Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks thought of this predicament.
This area, kind of along Spring Hill Road, north of Bozeman, does have an elk herd of about 200 or so head of elk that kind of use that area between the foothills of the Bridger Mountains over to Bear Creek and Reese Creek Road.
An area of about 60 to 70 square miles these elk use year-round. But FWP doesn't have GPS trackers on this specific herd, which has made it harder to predict the effects of the fenced-off area.
In terms of wildlife in the landscape, we know that there's a herd there, and we know that there's other wildlife there as well that use that area. In terms of potential impacts, that's something that we'll be monitoring at this point.
But I was curious. Although this land is used for agricultural research,
how often do you see that where people will build a fence to keep out elk?
I'd say it's fairly uncommon. Most fences are typical barbed wire fence that's about waist height.
Such as this fence in Doug's front yard, which elk are still able to travel over.
They're part of the system out here, and they've been here longer than any of us have. And me and some of my neighbors, we've always kind of looked at it as a price of admission to live here. You live with the elk. You don't necessarily help them out, but you give them a place to live.
Doug tells me he hopes something can be done about the fence before spring when the elk begin calving. North of Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.